Love, love, love. Good afternoon, it's Derek Dunlap, and I come to you in love. This love that I am learning how to envelop in. And you read the title, and you were driven to this video by a certain vibrational energy. It's not by chance. It's not by hope. It is what it is. And as you read in that title, it's my time. It's my time. It's my purpose. It's why I'm here right now in this moment, this present moment of awareness to reveal some things that are going to be tough for some of you to swallow. And some of you will just take this as, okay, let's keep going. Let's keep moving because of your levels of awareness. There's a lot going on right now in this time, and this is a great time. This is a great time of consciousness. But at the same time, this is going to be a horrific time in ego and body and three-dimensional. Okay, let me translate that a little bit so you'll understand what I'm saying. I have become fully aware of what I am. And notice I didn't say who, of what I am. I am a multi-dimensional, infinite being connected directly to oneness. In my highest state of existence, I become one with all. At the same time, infinity, everything that is, there's no separation in this consciousness. Consciousness in itself is everything that there is. In consciousness, there's no right, there's no wrong, there's no good, there's no bad, there's no black, there's no white. It's all experience. It's everything. It's anything you can fathom in your imagination. There's no end. Everything that is already here. It's already taking place in multi-dimensions. I've had a glimpse of that. And that's what has changed and humbled me. And that's why I chose consciously to be here in this dense, out of sync, out of vibration frequency, out of phase, this three-dimensional dense place we call in 2016 Earth, of which a lot of us have chosen to be life, the world, as we see it here in this dimension. We have been brought up in a system which blocks us from the core essence of who we are. We have been enslaved consciously, willingly. There have been many great books that have been given to us to help us to evolve consciously, that we've tweaked, we've analyzed, we've gave our perception from the ego of what these books were trying to tell us. We've created religions, we've created cults, we've created a whole illusion on what life is. And the reason why this is such a great time for those of you who can feel the energy, you know, in the core of your being, you know, as bad as you want to love in this form, As bad as you want to love everybody, as bad as you want to say, this is my life and I love my life, you know something is missing. You know something is not right. You sense it. Some of you call this incarnation a test. Some of you call this incarnation a school. Some of you call this incarnation hell. Those of you who have evolved consciously and you can come in and out of the dimensions, you call this incarnation a fantasy. And some of you are just trying to wake up. You're asleep to what's really going on. And so this video will be in parts. It's my time. I've waited. Some of you who have crossed me in this incarnation, who've shared the same space with me, you always knew that there was something different about me. Something that just didn't fit in with everyone else about me. Some of you can say special, some of you can say crazy, some of you could say whatever, but you knew I never really just fit into everything. I always did things just a little different than everybody else. I too was asleep for 42 years. I'm 46. And this thing that I'm going to try to translate to you guys and reveal to you guys, those of you who have ears at this present moment, I'm going to try to elaborate and explain from fourth, fifth, and even some sixth density. What's really going on? I don't call this truth. I don't call this the only way. I only speak from what has been given to me and revealed to me. And it is my time to speak. I've been away from the internet for a while. And I only ask those of you who gave me time, who gave me your awareness, who gave me your attention when I monetized the platforms, just like we all did. When I built large teams in this matrix, when my main focus was money, when my main focus was self, when my main focus was ego, I only ask if you choose in your free will to allot me this time to speak to you from this love that I'm learning to let envelop me. This love that doesn't have a color. This love that doesn't have to manifest in form. This love that connects all, that animals can feel, that plants stand attention to, that different entities understand this universal language that I have sat and waited and dwelled in the comfort of this home, this journey that I've been on, this part of me that has been missing, the missing piece, which connects a lot of dimensions to me now, which completes me, which answers a lot of questions, which has freed me from the snare of alcohol, drug abuse, judgment, boxes, religion, all of these little egotistic things that I've developed on my journey, that I've clinged to, that I thought was life, this love, as I speak now, is freeing me from these illusions of what we call or have been told is life. Now, the reason why I'm going to backtrack a little bit, this is a great time. This is a great time. And I keep saying for consciousness, the growth of consciousness and awareness and the dissolving and separation and the destruction of ego. Now, what do I mean by ego? Ego is the person that you and I were incarnated into. Ego is the individual that separates us all. Ego is the life that we must forsake to inherit. And you've read this in a lot of different books in a lot of different languages. The kingdom of infinity. We must forsake all. What is all? This life, this dimension, this reality, this ego, this system, this structure, this way of thinking, this false sense of identity, this man-made love, or some of you know it as lust. We must forsake it. And I only say this, when you get a taste of this cosmic energy, this taste of oneness, this taste of infinity, the rest is only folly. I struggle not with you, white man, black man, yellow man, orange man, red man, long hair, curly haired man, curly haired woman. I struggle not with you. My struggle, and you'll soon find out also that our struggle has always and will always be in this third, fourth, fifth, and even sixth density. It will be with self, individual variations of consciousness. I don't struggle with you. I don't have any beef with you. I have no ill will feelings with you. I have come to realize that you are a projection of myself. I struggle with myself. I'm evolving from this ego. And it is a very, 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 at times, hurtful event. But it is the only way. And I speak from love. I speak from my own consciousness. I'm letting this energy flow through this awareness, which we call the internet, which was given to us by higher beings that I'm going to talk about on another video, that are already here, that are already assisting us to get out of these dark ages by a very, very egotistic, selfish group of conscious beings that have raped Mother Earth, this conscious planet, which you think is just a for some of us, shelter. Mother Earth is alive. She is an entity. She feels, she vibrates. She's fed us all in this carnation. They have raped Mother Earth for centuries and centuries and centuries. You cannot fathom what's going on. with your mind that has been given to you, with the programs that have been given to you by the system that we all have come through. As soon as you came through your mother's portal from the cosmic energies of the cosmos, the universe, the oneness, you went from oneness into a dimension of illusion, a dimension of self-identity, a lower form of oneness. It is true, we are the fallen ones that many books have spoken about, but from agendas, as I spoke of before, from greed, from ego, it's all been covered up. These books have been remastered. These books have been remixed. These books have been stripped of the nutrients and spirituality that we all need to break away from this enslavement, this entrapment that we are all in as humanity, or called humanity in this form, this physical form, which must die. It must. As I look into your eyes now, as I feel the vibration and the ringings in my ears, as this message at this moment right now is trying to be interrupted. Flesh, as we know it, our life as we know it, as many ascension masters have came through this dimension from higher dimensions, infinite dimensions, to give us this message of love, to give us this message of forsake all of this. Because the minute that you start to forsake all of this, what do I mean by forsake all? Is it a physical thing? It's probably only, if I had to come up with a number, 10% physical, if that, 5, maybe 1% physical. It's a mentalism shift in consciousness that frees us from this matrix. The technology is here, ladies and gentlemen. The help has arrived, but not how we've been taught and nurtured and pampered and educated that help would come from. We've been taught by the minds and the intellect of man. And as I said before, the hardest thing for me to do would be to translate this information that I have sat in for over 2 years into English, into language. The gods you worship, the gods that I have worshiped, the gods that we have been taught about, the sacrifices of energy and blood shed are only breakaway societies that wants to inhabited this lower dimension that we are in now. They have technology and consciousness and the understanding to elevate themselves in the higher realms and dimensions that I've only had a little peek at, if you have to measure it by infinity. The divine presence that you seek, the word God that you use to try to define who you are or your Savior, is inside of you. It's not on the outside. It's not something that's going to come through the physical clouds. doesn't have a white beard, a black beard, a red beard. It can only be felt. It can only be seen in consciousness. This whole dimension is a delusion. It's a dream that you must awaken in. We've been taught that dreams are folly, but this whole experience is only egotistic and folly. And the time that we're in right now, and I'll go even deeper and deeper and deeper into this, the veil is being lifted up now. And I speak now from love, because the time where many of you, even myself, we're entering into that time of consciousness. And I say time because it's the only word that I can use to explain events, because everything that is has already happened. Time is an illusion that sits inside of awareness. Time is a frequency that was created to enslave consciousness, to limit consciousness, to keep you focused on folly, things that have no merit or no elevation in your progression to become oneness with everything. This kebab, this dominion, some of you call it Satan, Lucifer, whatever language you want to use to express yourself in this dense dimension, it's your free will. I'm only here to tell you that it is time. It's coming down. And in this transition, if you're not aware of who you truly are, if you still believe in this illusion, this flesh, this world that was created by the mind of man and not the universal oneness of everything, I urge you to grasp hold to my frequency now. It's all folly. It's all a lie. It's all an illusion. The help is here, but the help will not be in the form that you expect it to be in. We've been lied to. We've been kept in the dark for thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of years. Yes, the books have the mysteries of the divine presence, but one must raise your level of awareness to even start to discern the books. It's not time to read the books, inhabiting souls. That time has passed. Now is the time that we must discern the books. All of the books in print, most of them right now, mainstream books, lead back to the kebab that's coming down. All of the publishing and money from these books that have been printed and remixed and forced upon us generation after generation, all of the books that separated us from this oneness, from the ascension masters that have been sent to this dimension to speak with us from other dimensions, who humbly said, don't worship me. I come from a different space, and this space that I come from, you can go also. And I prepare this space for you. It's all been misinterpreted. You see, we've been programmed down here to worship mankind and higher awareness. Anything with a higher vibrational sphere or spectrum, we bow down and worship. And we've been worshiping entities that have no more power than we do, but want to keep us enslaved to work incarnation after incarnation, and to hate and to rape us of all of our existence and energy from the divine presence of all. We've been trapped carnation after carnation. What do I mean by that? The heavens that some of these great books describe, the eternal, that life that a lot of ascension masters tried to give to us. We've taken it out of context because of the lies of Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and Halloween, Xmas, and all of this folly. The eternal realm is not physical. Nothing from this dimension goes to this higher space. It all dies. We must die. We must die to ego. We must die. And the fear of death, that sting of death. There were many ascension masters that was trying to get that message to us, but we've taken that message and turned it into thousands and thousands of religions, way out of content. We began to worship the ascension masters, driving us deeper and deeper and deeper into illusionary thoughts, which create our everything. So I come humbly, not as a perfect being, not as an ascension master, not as anything, but ego in this form. And even what I speak now is being filtered through my ego, watered down to get this message to you. Be prepared to forsake all or die in darkness. Come to the light. What is the light? Is it physical? What is the light? The light is inside of you. Everything you need, you are equipped with on the inside. You must be willing to forsake all and follow your inner intuition. Follow the still voice. Everything that has happened has already happened in this dimension. This dimension is in what we call the past, because it is a conscious created dimension which has enslaved what we call humanity for thousands and thousands of years. We're all slaves. It's time to wake up. Even the white man here are slaves. They came through the same platform. We're all in the same boat consciously in this 3-dense dimension. Can't you see that? Even if the black man took over now, we're still slaves to higher levels of existence, higher beings. Some of you call them aliens. Some of them call them entities. We're not alone. And I'm easing this to you. I've seen entities. I know I can only say so much. I'm trying to keep balance. 3-dimensional balance. 4th and 5th and 6th level conscious balance. Without just like so many have. They lost the feel and the taste and the realization of this reality, because consciously they went so high they couldn't come back down. But now is the time. Now is the time to let go. Let go of what you call this world, because it's coming in, it's crumbling down. Many, many great books talk about these times. It's all coming down. What we thought was life is coming to an end. Not universally, but dimension by dimension. I'm here to tell you that the dimensions are infinite. And you and I have been trapped in one of infinity. The world isn't going to end, ladies and gentlemen. The world as we experience it, three-dimensional, is going to end. Consciousness never ends. We are immortal. We are eternal. We never die. But yes, this ego, this holographic image that you're viewing right now, this vibrational sound that you're experiencing right now, this way of communication will die. It has been tainted. It has been exploited. It has been monetized. And it has been unjust. And it must and will be put to an end. I do my part in this incarnation by being obedient and sharing this information to you. What you do to it is your free will. What you do with it is your free will. How you interpret it is your free will. You are a free will being. I only speak from my experiences through consciousness. I love you. I'll be back with more information. I only tell you to start preparing, not physically. There's no need to hoard. We're already trapped on the outer core of the earth, while millions are in the inner core of the earth, with all the nurture, with all of the vibrant things that there's been more than enough of for thousands and thousands of years. It's been hoarded. The United States and these nations as we see them is only folly. There's no United States as a government. The United States is a corporation. Even our own money is not owned by the United States. It's owned by the Federal Reserve, which is in the District of Columbia. This artificial intelligence God that we all desire and seek and kill for is only paper. It doesn't exist. And you'll see any day. I don't speak in time. Time is an illusion, but it must come to pass. So what do? What do we do? We sit and learn to love ourselves of who we truly are. We sit with ourselves. We start to discern our thoughts. We start to shape our thoughts. We start to create our own realities. You see, we can create these realities that we've been trapped in. We've just been tricked and fooled and follied into believing that we were human beings. And I know for some of you, this is very hard to accept. You have been trapped into this form, only to come to be enslaved over and over and over and over again. The English term for this is the Matrix. The universal term for this is evolution, evolving, raising consciousness, awareness. Two separate laws. We've placed only one set of these laws into our heart, our physical heart, our ego heart. And those are man-made laws, which we are seeing every single day unfold into corruption. There's no such thing as law. We're all free will beings. The law benefits a few higher conscious being families that have the power right now, but it's coming down. The help is here. I've sat with the help. I've downloaded information from the help. And the help has helped me to raise my level of consciousness. I've tried to leave this place many times, only to be sent back here to speak right now. In this time, it's my time. I've had many near-death experiences, and those who love me and know me can verify these experiences. If it was left up to me, I would have left a long time ago. I'm just being honest. I will come back to you with more information, and there's a lot more information out there. One must tune in to the frequency. I won't even say of truth, because we're all translating this information from higher realms of consciousness through our ego into English and language to you. So I only tell you, take what you need to enhance. Throw away what you don't need. I must go. Love.